Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have the new Alien Cosmetics release, which I'm really excited about. I think I pretty much own every single one of the palettes they've ever released, at least all the ones that they have currently on their website. So if they ever had any before that, I don't know about them, but this is now my fourth Alien Cosmetics palette. I literally pre-ordered this the second it dropped because I already know that I love their formula. And when you see the color story, you'll obviously understand why. It is just beautiful, especially because right now I've really been digging all these fun, bright, kind of almost neon-y or just really fun, bright colors that everybody's really getting into. So let me show you the front of the palette first because they always do a lot of fun things with their artwork. I know that they partner with somebody, I don't know if it's always the same person, but somebody that designs the artwork for them. And I always think it's really fun and unique. So this is the front. It's got a very fun, like retro 80s vibe, which I think is a lot of fun. It's called Summer on Earth. Oh, this is cool. On the back, it does have a little sticker that says Alien Cosmetics artwork by @Graveyard Vomit. So I'll put that up there. So they're the ones who designed the palette artwork, which I think is really cool to give credit, especially, you know, as an indie brand. I'm sure this person who did the artwork is probably like an indie person. So very cool to, you know, give credit where it's easily accessible for any of us to go check out their work. So I like that. You also have the ingredients on the back. It is cruelty free. Let's open it up. And you can fold it all the way back. There is a big mirror. This is the color story. Isn't this beautiful? All right, so I went ahead and pulled up their website. This palette retails for $30 and it's currently in stock. When I ordered it, it was pre-order and now it's in stock so you can order it and get it shipped out immediately. So this palette contains 4 matte shades, 3 pressed glitter shades, and 2 diamond shades. So the diamond shades are basically like they're like metallic-y types of shades. So that's gonna be Poolside and Skinny Dip, these two right here. Your mattes are gonna be Gravity, Slush, Cold Shoulder, and Bitter. And then of course your glitters, you have these two down here, Money and Ambient, and this one, Lemonade. So I will say I'm a little bit disappointed because obviously when they teased the pictures online, you can't always tell from a picture, and I'm sure you can't tell just from necessarily looking at it in the video, but I really thought that this yellow shade was gonna be a matte shade. I didn't realize it was gonna be a glitter. But I'm also not hating it now that it's like that. I'm kind of interested to see maybe how it layers on top of some of the other colors, because just like that really gorgeous iridescent white they had in their palette, it looks so beautiful on top of the black and it really transformed it. So I'm kind of wondering like how the yellow would look maybe on top of the blue. You get where I'm going here? So I haven't even swatched this palette yet. Oh, let me show it to you up close, sorry. So this is the palette up close. Hopefully you can get a feel for all the glitters. I did also buy a pair of their lashes. You guys know I love their Space Queen lashes. I kind of contemplated just buying another pair of those, but I really wanted to try something different. I like this little box that it comes in. It reminds me of the Likely Lashes box, but it's got the cute little bow, which is cute, but also kind of a pain because I have to untie it to open the lashes and then tie it back afterwards. So it says, "Too cute for this planet." The style I got is Earthling. So you can see right there. So I will definitely be wearing these lashes in my look. So yeah, I honestly don't have any idea what direction I want to go in. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using the yellow glitter as one of the glitters today. Like I said, I'm going to swatch them. This will be the first time I'm swatching them. So I'll show you guys the swatches in just a second. And hopefully from there, I'll get a feel for which colors I want to combine and then we can start playing around with them. But yeah, so I'll be right back. All right guys, so these are all the shades. We have Bitter, Lemonade, Skinny Dip, Slush, Poolside, Cold Shoulder, Money, Gravity, and Ambient. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the Lemonade formula. It feels different than the other two glitters. It almost has like a wet feeling to it, and it was kind of difficult to swatch. It didn't go on as smoothly as the other two glitters, so I'm not quite sure about that formula. It just seems a little bit weird. I don't know if there's maybe too much binding agent in it or something. I don't know what it is, but it just definitely feels different. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna add a little bit of my MAC paint pot. Just in case you're wondering, this eye is severely stained thanks to doing some eye swatching with the Bombshell Cosmetica Milkshake palette. Yeah, the purple shade in there stains like crazy, and I've tried covering it up with concealer as best as I can, so we're gonna make sure we're judging off of this eye just in case the pink kind of comes through a little bit, but I'm thinking I covered it up enough. We'll see. So I'm gonna go into Gravity first with this kind of fat pencil brush just so I can have control and kind of stamp it into the crease. because I do want this to be a nice deep blue. And I don't want to have to cover up too much of it with the concealer. Actually, I might be able to get away. These shimmers are pigmented enough that I think that I can get away with not cutting the crease and just using the shimmer on a wet brush to get right up to the crease, which is always nice when you can kind of fake it instead of having to get out the concealer. Okay, so we're gonna start like that. I think I will put a bit more of that on the outside. I'm just gonna use a fluffier brush and kind of pat a little bit of it out here. Thinking I might blend it in with the purple. I'm gonna grab a little bit of the purple shade Slush on the same fluffy brush I was working with. Kind of start patting it over the top. Blending it together a bit. I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that alone for now. And now let's start working on the next shade up. So what brush do I want to use? Okay, I'm gonna go with a fluffier but still small brush. Jump into Cold Shoulder, the other blue matte, the lighter blue. And we're gonna use it right kind of on the top edge of this other blue to kind of blend it out, but also so that you have some of that light blue above it. I'm actually kind of liking that gradient on its own. I don't know if I'll add the green in. So let's grab a little bit of Bitter, the light green, and I'm gonna try to be really light-handed here. Just dust it at the very top. I usually don't like coming up this high with my looks, but you know, why not? I'm just very lightly dusting it here. So, I mean, it's barely showing up, so I will try to incorporate it into a different area as well. I'll probably put it on the lower lash line too, in a more pigmented capacity, because I'm just barely dusting it on. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the lower lash line now. I'm gonna take a Cold Shoulder on a liner brush and run it across the lower lash. Oh, I bet, you know what would look pretty? I bet Skinny Dip would look pretty. I do actually like doing shimmers on the lower lash line. All right, well I very kind of lightly lay that down. All right, so we're gonna do Skinny Dip, which is one of the metallic-y shades, and so I'm gonna wet it and then line the lower lash line. So I kind of came down at an angle, and I'll fill in the blank space with glitter. It's a beautiful blue. All right, and then I'm gonna grab that fat pencil brush from earlier, clean it off with my color switch. All of my brushes are so stained right now. And go into the lime green Bitter and kind of start buffing that underneath. And we'll grab the other blue if we need to. I think maybe we do need to kind of marry it down a little bit with the light blue shade. I'll grab a pencil brush, a smaller pencil brush. So I'm gonna dip into a Cold Shoulder, come down a little bit from this blue with it, and also out here. And then back into the pencil brush into the green Bitten shade. And buff that underneath. Back into the brush from earlier, the fluffy one, where I mixed Slush with Gravity. I'm just gonna kind of pop into both of those again. Just kind of work on this little outer part now that I've got all these colors down, so that it kind of blends a bit better. Okay. And then I'm gonna put Poolside, this gorgeous blue, across my lid. I am going to use a wet brush. I'm probably just gonna place it down with my finger and then use this wet brush to get that into the crease so I can make it nice and sharp. but this is always the fastest way to get it down. Look how beautiful that is. That is just a gorgeous color. All right, I'm gonna take my little detail brush, spray it, get right up to the crease. And kind of feather it over the purpley blue shade. So pretty, I love that. I think I am gonna jump into like a bright highlighter shade for the inner corner though. So I'm gonna take a little bit of glitter glue on this tiny little flat angle brush. And I'm gonna pop it into that little space that I left right here under the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take the kind of bluish and red shade ambient with that same brush, since it's kind of sticky, and start packing this on. Sometimes it helps to pat it on the back of your hand and then work from there. I'm gonna do a base of Orion from this ABH Aurora Glow Kit. And then I'm gonna go over it with my Moon Twin palette. I'm gonna take the blue Darling shade. Actually, I might do a mixture. A little bit of this blue Darling shade, because I feel like once you rub them, both of these shades, once you kind of blend them in, they become almost whitish. So then I might go over it with this yellow shade, Emblazoned. Hopefully it kind of turns a little bit of a different color maybe. Okay, it didn't change too much, but I feel like it at least works now. Let's do a liner. I'm gonna use this shade from NYX. This is Electric Blue. All right. And then I'm just gonna add a wing. I feel like a wing is necessary. I'm gonna add a wing. I'm gonna pop on these lashes. Obviously I will catch up this eye, pick out a lip, and then we'll wrap this up. All right guys, so this is the finished look. I went ahead and just added the Fenty Diamond Balm or Gloss Balm in Diamond Milk. Love this one. Yeah, I really like these lashes. They were very easy to put on. So these are definitely going to be a pair that I use a lot. I still need to go back and buy more Space Queen lashes because these are a bit more of the rounded look and I really love the flare of the Space Queen lashes. So let's go over some kind of first impression thoughts about this palette. Definitely loved all the matte shades in here. I do feel like this green came off a lot lighter. Even when I use it on a more concentrated brush, I don't feel like this is still a very good representation of it, but it still was coming off a bit lighter than I was expecting. Although it still makes it for a pretty kind of transition shade. Love this blue shade right here, and this purple's really nice too. This dark one came off really nice, and the two mixed together, this one kind of almost comes off as a purpley navy anyways, so it kind of complements this one really nicely. The two shimmers, fantastic. I love their shimmer formula. It is very creamy. It's a really great formula. So definitely love both of these beautiful, beautiful colors. So yeah, the big bummer is the glitters here. I mean, I did get the other glitter to work, this one right here, Ambient. I got it to work as a little accent line down there. I'm still just not super thrilled with how they are this time, especially because this lemonade color is just so wet. It's kind of weird. So I am gonna reach out to the brand and just kind of ask about it. Well, hello, I am back and this is a completely different day than what you guys are currently seeing in this video with the look that I just created. So I decided to go ahead and reach out to Alien Cosmetics because I wanted to find out what was going on with that yellow glitter shade, just to see if there was something wrong with my palette or maybe just something I wasn't understanding. Maybe maybe there was a different way to use it. I just knew it did not feel the same as the other pressed glitters in the palette and the ones that I'd tried in the past in their Phases palette. So the owner was super sweet. She kind of reached back out immediately and she said that, yeah, that one does have a bit more of like a wet feeling to it. It's definitely not meant to be like the pressed glitter where it's like a really opaque strip of glitter. it's supposed to just be kind of like tapped over a color. And she said that that wetness kind of goes away, like dries down basically. So I figured let's go ahead and give this a completely fair shot. I want to try maybe putting a couple of shadow swatches down and tapping it over, because I really don't know what color it's going to look the best on top of. And then I will just really quickly throw a shadow on the eye and we'll tap the yellow glitter over it just to see what it looks like. So I like giving things a fair chance. Okay, so I've got my little colorful matte stripes. And then I'm gonna take the glitter. So I'm gonna try to get an even little coating on my finger. Okay, and then I'm gonna pat it, kind of pat over the top. I don't think it's gonna be one that you wanna use over the green. I feel like it's just probably gonna blend in. Okay, I'm not really seeing much over the green. Kind of just picks up some of the color. It's really just caking on my finger. What if I spread it out? So when I tried rubbing it, it's like it turned green and it also kind of like balled up. So let's try another area. I'm gonna go over the blue now. Okay. So again, same kind of thing where it just reacts with the blue. It like picks up the shadow and turns that color, and maybe that's the intention here, but I don't really understand how I'm supposed to use it evenly. Going over the purple now. Not very pretty over the purple. And last but not least, we'll go over the darker. I just did it right there in the corner. I don't know, guys. I'm trying to give this yellow glitter a chance, but just not liking it. I like the other two. The other two, now that I've kind of had a chance to like mess with them a bit more, they do feel closer to how the other ones in the palette felt. It's got like a good binder. Now you get a good little glittery bit. But that yellow is just weird. I really don't want to put it on my eye. Let me try putting it on. I just have some primer down. Let me just try putting it on top of nothingness. See what happens. Okay, I'm not liking that. Sorry guys, I do not like having negative things to mention, but I got to just tell it like it is. I just can't get this to work for me in a way that I think it would look good. It's just, even like by itself, it just looks kind of strange. So not a fan of that. I do, like I said, I do like the other, let me zoom back out, sorry, this is getting obnoxious. I do like the other two glitter shades in the palette. I just don't like that yellow. I just don't know. I mean, I know she, like I said, I spoke with her, she told me how to use it, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I still just don't like the way it looks. So sorry, yellow gets a thumbs down from me, but the rest of the palette is beautiful. So, okay, let's go back into my final thoughts from yesterday on this palette. So yeah, that is all for this video. If you guys want to see more from this palette, let me know in the comments below and I can try to bring it back and do another look or maybe 2 looks or something like that. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I do still think this look turned out really beautiful. I love the blues and purples together. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.